guys, let me show you what we got going on. It is the night before opening day of the Utah general elk season, rifle season, the first week. I'm back up where I've been scouting this summer and hadn't seen a single living human anytime I've been up here. There's people all over. So clearly I'm not the only one who knows there's elk up here. There's a group camped half a mile that way. Got a truck over on the other side of the valley glassing. I had another truck go right up behind me, but they did go back down. Anyway, it is what it is. It's public land. They've got every much right to be here as I do. And sometimes it works in your favor. You never know. They might push stuff my way. I might push stuff their way. But I got my tent set up. There's not a lot of cover out here. So I'm down in this little pocket of junipers. So I got the tent here. It's not super level, but I got in, I laid down. I think it's flat enough. I'll be all right. I don't think I'll slide off. So I got my sleeping mat in there, sleeping pad already. I did bring the buddy heater. I haven't put it in there yet. I don't think I'll need it tonight, but I'd rather have it and not need it than the other way around. And I don't even think I'm gonna eat dinner tonight. I brought a backpacker meal I could eat tonight, and I brought one for tomorrow. But I'm not very hungry, and so I think I'm just gonna kind of get ready for bed, get a nice early, get to bed nice and early so I can get up early in the morning, because I definitely want to be first on the hill now that I know there's other folks here. So I'll probably get up at 5:30. It doesn't get daylight till after 7 now. So anyway, here's what I'm going to be hunting. This ridge up over here is where I saw the elk the last 2 times. So my plan is to drive up to that Guzzler Park there and hike up from that. Definitely will hunt over in this little valley, canyon too. I've been glassing tonight. I glassed for about 15-20 minutes. I did not see anything, and now it might look brighter in the GoPro, but it's just not really light enough to glass far out. I can't see anything far out, so gonna kind of get ready for bed, guys. We're gonna hit it hard in the morning. Thanks for coming along. Well, it's first light. I've seen 4 deer, no elk, and a boatload of hunters. It's been a beautiful sunrise. I'm just gonna keep glassing and glassing for at least 2 hours. Well, I got coyotes howling behind me. I don't know if you can hear that. That's cool. I've got 2 hunters on this ridge over here. 2 hunters down in the bowl. 1 hunter up there. 1 hunter over here. So much for coming up to a spot that nobody was hunting. And again, guys, they certainly have just as much right to be up here as I do. I'm not, I'm complaining, but I'm not complaining at them. It's just weird to me that I've been up here 3 times this year and I literally have not seen another human being. But now that it's hunting season, they're all out. Which makes sense, but I hunted here 3 years ago and didn't see another human being even during the hunt. So I don't know if word's gotten out about this place, or guys had trail cameras up and we're finding elk, and we're telling other guys they were finding elk. Who knows? Haven't seen any elk, just hunters, just those 4 deer. Sorry, none of them were bucks. They were all does. And I was just gonna glass and glass and glass from here, but now that I know there's hunters posted all around here, I'm trying to decide what I want to do. So once I make up my mind, I'll let you know. Got a pretty good rub here. There's basically one canyon deep kind of pocket of junipers and cedars up here that nobody's pushed. I've just been watching hunters all morning. A group of 2 and a group of 3 stayed to the left. There's a group of 2 posted to the right. Nobody's pushed that little canyon right in front of me. So I'm going to push it and then work my way up to that pocket of junipers and cedars at the very top. And we'll reevaluate from there. Cool rub though. I've been following elk tracks up here. That's not from today, but it's probably from yesterday. It's not that old. There's another pot right up there. This is not the pocket of junipers I was talking about. It's still one knoll higher. But we're going to push through this one and then glass into the other one. Well guys, update. I've seen 2 more deer. Both were bucks. A pretty decent 3-point and then a spindly little 2-point. This group of junipers and cedars is where I want to get to. That's the very top of the mountain. Drops down on the other side from there. Again, I saw guys working this ridge this morning. Nobody's come up through here. So I'm going to push through that and then find a place up on top to make lunch and decide where I want to post up and glass until sundown. Just heard my first rifle shot of the day. So nobody else has been seeing them either. Till now, somebody just shot. Back over to my right. Sounded like it was over the top of the hill. Sounded like a miss. But it was pretty far away, so I could be wrong. I've been glassing here for about 2 hours. And I'm not even sure what time it is. My phone died. I don't ever wear a watch anymore just because the clock on my phone. Anyway, but I was going to stay here until sundown anyway. I don't have my OnX since my phone died. I know how to get out of here. I'm not worried about that. But if I were to shoot something, I'm not going to be able to pack it all out tonight. I won't be able to mark it. So we'll have to just really pay attention and leave some flagging tape and stuff, which I do have. Anyway, I'm going to eat my lunch/dinner. Got the fire maple going. Love this little stove. I've said it before, but I'll put a link in the description for it. And today we're going to have Mexican style adobo rice and chicken. I had this for the first time last year on my elk hunt, and it's one of my favorite. Well, good morning everybody. Welcome back to Minute on the Mountain. It's Thursday, October 12th. Hannah's birthday. I did wish her a happy birthday before I left. I left the house this morning at 3 a.m. It's the second to last day of the elk hunt. It's only the second day I've hunted. I had originally planned to hunt 4 days, but I've just got a million things going on at the church. It's a real busy time of the year. I'm behind on some stuff, so I ended up not hunting Monday. I just hunted Saturday, and I'm gonna hunt today and tomorrow. I'm back out to where I scouted preseason and where I hunted opening day and did not see any elk and just saw a lot of hunters. Now, I haven't seen another hunter on the way in this morning. All the campers, all the guys who are out here are gone. I figured once I got into the middle of the week, a lot of them would leave. So hopefully they left just because they had to get back to work. Hopefully they didn't leave because they shot all the elk out of here. But anyway, we're gonna hunt this hard today. And if we see elk, we're gonna hunt it again tomorrow. If we don't see elk, a friend of mine back in Logan said that he has seen one nice bull and a couple of raghorn bulls at the very top of the Wellsvilles the last several mornings as he's been spotting from the valley. So if we don't see any elk today, we're gonna go hunt the Wellsvilles the final day of the hunt. I'm about 15 minutes from being up here at this post where we're gonna sit for the sun to come up, and then we're gonna hike up. We're gonna put a lot of miles on today. If we don't see anything this morning as the sun comes up, I'll probably put on at least 8 or 9 miles there, really hunt this area hard, and then we'll go from there. Thanks for coming along, guys. Well, guys, I've been following elk tracks all morning. It looked like a herd of 5 or 6. I'm not the greatest tracker, so I don't know for sure. But then I saw 2 sets that crossed it, but didn't follow the rest. They're a little bigger, and the rut's over, so I think I'm guessing it's 2 bulls that are hanging out together now. I'm still on their tracks right here. It's a perfect day for elk hunting. It's overcast. It's supposed to stay cool today. The high is only like 49. So maybe we can get something done. I'm just going to keep following these tracks. I don't think they're from today. I think they're from yesterday, because they were pretty deep in the ground. So I think they're yesterday when the ground was softer from the rain. Another rub up here on the top, guys. When I say that they have been all in here, they have been all in here. It's just crazy how they disappear, though. Just busted 7 deer on that ridge across, and holy cow, were they skittish. I mean, I'm 1,500 yards away probably, and they were running over the hill. I'm just working the very top of this ridge, looking back down to the west on this side that I haven't really explored yet. But can't really go any farther. You know, once you get halfway, you're just closer to the guys coming in from the other side, you know. But I want to work this flat up here and glass it really good through those trees. I glassed it last Saturday when I was here, but I never hiked through it, and I never glassed over the other side. So that's going to be the plan. Probably leave this up on the mountain, but there's an old shed. Well, if the title didn't give it away, you know by now that I didn't harvest an elk this year on the Any Bull elk hunt. It really did feel like I was chasing ghosts. I ended up only hunting 2 days. I had originally planned to hunt 4 days. The Monday I was going to hunt, I just had too much going on. We had a lot of issues at our facility at the church this last week. Internet being down, some power problems. We had a new roof put on recently, which is a blessing, but there were just mishaps with that, so a lot going on. And then I'm a pastor at a multi-site church, and one of the things that's a little unique about our church is I don't preach the sermon every Sunday. We use a team approach, and the guy that was going to preach on Sunday, it was his first time preaching at my campus, and I just needed to square around some details. So for me to be out of cell service all day Friday would not have been wise. So anyway, long story short, I only hunted 2 days. On Thursday of the hunt, the elk had been in there that morning. When I got up to the very top, I broke through some trees, and I found bedding areas that had droppings in them from that day. I mean, they were fresh. It's just crazy to me how those elk disappear out there. And I know elk can disappear in the timber and in the thick stuff, but you watch the video, there's no thick stuff out there. There's just little pockets of junipers, little pockets of cedars, and that's really it. But I just can never find the elk. Anyway, the great news is my son shot his first bull during the elk hunt. He and a buddy went to a different unit. They actually boated in part of the way and then hiked in, and my son shot his first bull, a 4x4, and his buddy shot a 3x4. So honestly, if I had to pick between me shooting a bull and my son shooting one, I'm so excited for him. As a typical 21-year-old would do, I don't have any evidence for it. I don't have any pictures. Their cameras or phones died. They didn't take any photos, but I know for a fact he shot a bull. So anyway, so that's the end of the elk hunt. Jordan, my daughter, has a deer hunt coming up still. She only hunted one day in the muzzleloader hunt, really. She's still battling that concussion. I appreciate all of you who've reached out. I appreciate all of you who are praying for her. Please continue to do so. She just hasn't improved a lot, and so we're playing it real slow. We're trying a lot of different things to see if we can help her come along and help her heal. But her rifle deer hunt starts this coming Saturday, and it looks like we'll be able to hunt Saturday as long as she's feeling up to it, and then Sunday after church. The season goes into the next week, but just not sure how many more times she'll be able to get out after that. So hopefully we can help her get on her first buck. Before I do the channel shout out in the Minute on the Mountain, just want to remind you about the giveaway. We're doing our 1,100 subscriber giveaway. I mentioned that on the last video. And anyone who commented on the last video, you get an entry. If you comment on this video, you get an entry. And you just need to be subscribed to the channel and comment. And then on the next video, we'll announce the winners of that giveaway. And if you're not sure what the giveaway is for, go back and watch the last video. I outline all the prizes, and you can see it there. So the channel I want to shout out today is Droning Veteran. I've shouted out his channel before. He's a fellow Utah YouTuber. And obviously he does a lot of drone footage, really cool flying that he does. His last video, he was flying around some cows that were out in the pasture. And he just does a lot of neat things with his videos. So check him out when you get a chance. Again, that's Droning Veteran. And I'll put a link in the description. And then lastly is the Minute on the Mountain. And we are up to the book of Ephesians. And I'm going to do my favorite verse in Ephesians, although it's one that I have a love-hate relationship with because I fall so short. And so it's Ephesians 5:25. It says, "Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her to make her holy, cleansing her by the washing with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless. In the same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies." When I think of how Christ gave himself up for the church, how Christ loved the church, man, I just don't love my wife that way most days, not the way I should. I mean, I love her. I feel like I love her with all my heart, but I don't give myself up for her on a daily basis. So this verse, like I said, has always had a love-hate relationship with it. But what an awesome challenge to us as husbands to really, really love our wives well, to be willing to give ourselves up for them. You know, that means to be willing to give up some of our hopes and some of our dreams to help make their hopes and their dreams a reality. It can be giving up some of our preferences. It doesn't necessarily mean giving everything up. You know, if God's called you to some certain things in your family that you know God has called you to do, we shouldn't give that up. You know, we always want to obey God's calling on our life over anything else. But I think most husbands don't really take this verse to heart, and including me so many times. So that's my challenge, men. Love your wives like Christ loved the church. And when you do that, I think you'll find that the earlier part of the passage that she's called to do, to submit to your leadership, it's going to be a lot easier for her to do that if you love her well. So that's the Minute on the Mountain. Thanks so much for coming along. Thanks for all your support, guys. I really, really want to say thank you for all the prayers you've lifted up for my daughter and her concussion. It means a lot to me. God bless you guys. We'll see you the next time we're out on the mountain.